While other girls in the village collected ribbons or smooth river stones, Elara collected bugs. Her room was not a prison of pink frills, but a thriving menagerie of tiny, clicking, scuttling lives. In jars with breathable lids and terrariums of soft moss, she kept her treasures: iridescent beetles that shone like emeralds, stick insects that pretended to be twigs, and fuzzy caterpillars that bumbled along her finger. The other children called her Creepy-Crawly Elara and would shriek when she offered to show them a particularly beautiful garden spider. "They're disgusting!" they'd cry, scattering. Elara didn't understand. How could they not see the marvel in a moth's wing, dusted with microscopic scales that shimmered in the sun? How could they fear the delicate architecture of a praying mantis, a living sculpture of patience and grace? Her solitude ended the summer the blight came. A strange, gray mildew crept over the village's prized rose bushes, the heart of their annual festival and their main trade. The flowers withered, their petals turning to dust. The villagers tried every remedy, but the blight spread, carrying with it the sour scent of despair. Elara watched from the edge of the garden, her heart aching for the dying flowers. And then she looked closer. She saw the tiny aphid-like insects that clustered at the stems, their bodies the same gray as the blight. They were the cause, not the mildew itself. That evening, she didn't return to the village. She went to her room and studied her books, her field guide to insects. She found it, the rose weevil, a notorious pest. The text offered a chemical solution, but a note in the margin, written in her own hand, caught her eye. Predated by ladybird beetles and lacewings. A plan, fragile as a lacewing's wing, formed in her mind. The next morning, Elara went to the wild meadow, the one the villagers called the useless patch. She carefully filled her collecting nets not with specimens for her room, but with allies for the war. She gathered hundreds of ladybugs, their bright shells like tiny shields. She collected the delicate green lacewings, their wings like stained glass. While the village slept, Elara and her father crept into the rose garden. One by one, she opened her jars and released her army. The villagers woke to a strange sight. Elara, the bug girl, standing silently among the roses, which were now dotted with bright red ladybugs and veiled in a cloud of delicate green wings. Within days, the gray blight began to recede. The weevils were gone, devoured by Elara's tiny knights. No one called her Creepy-Crawly after that. They called her the keeper of the garden, and sometimes a brave child would approach her and ask, not in fear but in wonder, "Elara, can you show me a bug?" And she would smile and open her hand to reveal a small, six-legged miracle.